Certainly 2015 we did have a little bit of a spike over 2014. We were up just under 7%. At the end of 2016, we may be down a bit from that number, but still within the range of 420,000. We've just opened a new Cycling Velodrome. The first tournament our first event we would have hosted there would have been the Pan American Junior Championships. Went really well. The facility is top class. I was sort of comparing it to my experience at the '92 Olympics. And looking at the facility there in Barcelona and what we have now, I mean, it's really something for us to be proud of, and one that can easily attract, world-class cyclists or cyclists training for big events, and that sort of thing. We've also just opened an Aquatic Centre, swimming and diving, and it's a full Olympic-size pool. Everything is up to Olympic-size standards. The diving part of it, as well as the swimming pool, and we will be actively going out to target, athletes from cold weather destinations to do warm weather training, whether it's for World Championships or Olympics and stuff like that. We had when we were with an earlier opening for the Aquatic Centre and the cycling. We did have interest from North America to have the facilities available to their athletes training for the Rio Games. And those two facilities in particular fall within a cluster in an area in central Trinidad called Couva. And 10 minutes away there is the Brian Lara Cricket Stadium, which we expect to be open by the end of December. And sort of in between those two, we have the Atto Bolden Stadium. Atto Bolden is one of our former Olympians. So that's track and field as well as football. A brand new hospital due to be open shortly in the same area as well. So it's a nice sort of enclave, if you will, for sport, medicine, and we're really looking forward to being able to sort of push that cluster, to a different type of visitor to the destination. We had lost the services of Monarch about a year and a half ago. Thankfully, Thomas Cook will start service on the 14th of November, so next Sunday, into Tobago. And that same week, we are going to be getting Condor bringing a second flight in, this time from Munich, to sort of complement their Frankfurt service into Tobago as well. And, I know we're in Europe, but North America not to be left out. Canada Rouge starts new service from Toronto to Port of Spain in December. Copa Airlines, every time we talk about Copa Airlines, whether it's at the office or with the ministry or with the private sector, they're always flagged as a really high-performing carrier for Trinidad and Tobago. Some days there are 2 flights a day between Port of Spain and Panama, and it really connects a lot of different South American gateways to Trinidad. Trinidad historically has attracted the meetings and incentive market. We're very strong as well in the VFR market, but there's also a category of visitor that comes, specifically for events. There are a couple of major events that we have during the course of the year. Carnival being one, in February. We have the Tobago Jazz Experience in April. You have the Tobago Heritage Festival, July, August, and other different types of cultural religious type events during the year. Christmas takes on a whole new life of its own. We have our own food and music and different way of celebrating that season. So it provides a really, I guess, non-traditional Caribbean type stay. Tobago, of course, you have the white and the golden sand beaches, a lot warmer there than it is here today, right? But, we like to talk about what happens behind the beach. So they themselves, as an island, also have a very strong cultural product. And the Heritage Festival, for example, that runs for 2 weeks, July into August. And it really gives anybody participating in it a look at how, different communities have developed over time. And, as all of our festivals and events, it sort of encourages participation, So a lot of stuff, as I say, happening behind the beach. You do get that a little bit of the Caribbeanness, if you will.
Yeah.
But also, and I hate to use the word different because many of my regional colleagues will say different, but you get two distinct bites of the cherry visiting Trinidad and Tobago.